Jack and I had a meeting with Lovett and Helen, and we're talking about a community scanning party here in April, Jazz Month. I wanted to see if you had, what dates are good for you, Helen?
Well, it was during, that's Jazz Appreciation Month.
Yep.
So, I'd have to go back and get the calendar to give you an idea of the date. I can go grab it.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay.
And we also had talked about the fact that it was a social experience.
Right.
That's going to be, we were calling it a jazz social.
Yeah.
So with the jazz social, we did a project at the African American Museum called Digital Diaspora. And it was, it's a national project, actually WINCO helped to fund that, where they scan people's family photos and memories, which they put in a big archive of sorts, digital archive, and talk about their family histories. And we thought it was a principle that we could go by here and possibly get help from Digital Diaspora, but have people bring their photographs or things that we've already collected. We have a big screen downstairs in Blue Note Hall where we would be putting up like images. The musicians would be invited to dinner, and we would spark conversations about local jazz history, about their experien's.
Oh, you wanted to combine the two?
Yeah. Yeah,
That might be a great idea, yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about that because, to help spark their memories about, because there's so much jazz history that happened right here in this part of South Philadelphia. And, I love the stories where they talk about going to people's houses,
Right.
And rehearsing or learning things from each other and what the atmosphere was in that area. And so that's the kind of thing that we were hoping to encourage.
So the April is, Jazz History Month, but also Jazz Appreciation Month. It's also the final month of this phase of the project. So it would sort of be like a wrap-up reception slash social conversation slash scanning party is what we're thinking. So hoping everybody can participate in that. And we'll have to get a schedule that works for everybody.
The date on the schedule is the 11th.
The
The
11th?
I think that's the date we came up, that's on our.
Yeah,
schedule.
we
Oh,
just
not
picked
with
the
us,
date.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
April 11th?
April 11th, yeah.
Okay.
All right, everybody put that down.
Do you have will be an all day or,
No,
not all day, but I mean,
At a Thursday, 11th.
late
Thursday,
afternoon into
yeah.
evening?
We
Yeah.
have a time that we set
Exactly.
the date.
Now, would we have the jazz conversations that you were talking about, Lovett, in a separate room as to the scanning, or how would that?
Yeah, that would probably be in a separate room, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could use the cafe downstairs to be
Yeah.
set up for
For
the
the
scanning.
For the-
Okay, because
yeah.
And
you
then the
want that
dinner
filmed, yeah.
would be right there in Blue Note, but they'd be so close to each other, but
Yeah.
still separate. That, people can get up and, scan, or they can scan when they first come
I was
in.
gonna say, when
And
they
then
first
come
come
to,
in.
when they first come in, and then, we'd have the dinner and
That
the
sounds like
conversation.
a plan.
Yeah,
So April 11th is a Thursday.
so
Okay.
like from 5 to 10.
Yeah, I think like early evening.
Yeah, early evening, I think we had a happy hour start at 4, so.
And the
yeah,
bar
that
would be
time.
open,
Yeah.
up to jog people's memories.
Yes, sir.
Well, I
To integrate younger people in the archive who don't have hard copy photographs. Since you have a Instagram page, it might be a good idea to include
Good
the
idea.
Instagram account into the party and have young people from Philadelphia send their photographs into the Instagram account so that you can access them later in the archive, but also to show off to everybody.
Perfect. Great
That's
idea.
important, that's good.
Great
The
idea.
last couple of, we're gonna have another one this month. The Kindred Presents has been doing a Monday night series here. And now their genre is different, they're dealing mostly with neo-soul and hip-hop. But their format is really nice. They set up a kind of a living room set up on the stage where they interview the artist. Or, or multiple artists, because they have multiple artists on the bill. And then the artist, does a performance. But the interview section is like really good because, they put up a number of questions, to the artist, and they, have a chance to talk. And that might be something we can borrow from them, you know, with some selected artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to get people talking.
If I can say it, I love the idea of the images to spark memory and conversation. And I've mentioned this mural before, the Philadelphia Courthouse mural. In fact, I testified about it last week. But anyhow, with the Philadelphia Courthouse mural, there are depictions of scenes at Pep's, Showboat, Blue Note, the Met. And so, and you have, and they'll have, you can't read it, the text is too small, but it has Dinah Washington, it has I think it's Coltrane at the Showboat, Dinah Washington at Pep's. And so when the people, the musicians and enthusiasts were there, when they see the image, the bar, and they see the blue note,
Right.
and they'll say, and then
Then
they'll
they
just,
start talking,
exactly,
right?
exactly. So I have tons of images,
Oh,
so just tell
great.
me
Yeah.
which clubs you want.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they have very few exterior images, but lots of images.
And since we're on that, that's the same kind of method that I used when I was doing a life history on Evelyn Sims. We sat down there with her, she had bags and bags of pictures. And now I can't get a hold, she is long past. If I could just put a bug in everybody's ear, if you know of anyone who might know her, because the phone number for her daughter is not working now. And I'm assuming her daughter has those pictures. If we could get a hold of those, there's some incredible photos from Philadelphia at the time, which you see out.
Now that you
Not to
mention-
mention Bloxham's photos.